Welcome to episode 83 of Cameron Sports Podcast. Your host here, Cameron Lindsay. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming main event of UFC 313. I'm going to give my prediction for that between the UFC light heavyweight champion, Alex Pereira, and the challenger, Ankalaev, if I'm saying his name right. I'm going to be making my prediction for that fight. And also, for the main topic, I'm going to talk about the greatest WWE superstar of all time, John Cena, finally turning heel after 20 plus years as a face, as a poster boy of WWE. But yeah, let's get right into it. So like I said, for the upcoming UFC fight 313, the main event fight between Alex Pereira and Ankalaev will be for the UFC light heavyweight championship. Pereira has had an amazing 2024. Like I said, I went to Twin Peaks to watch almost every fight he had. And I got a list here on my computer of some of the fights he's in his title defenses that he's dominated. He beat Sean Strickland. He beat Israel Adesanya. He beat John Blachowicz. He beat Jair Porzaka twice. He beat Jamal Hill. He beat Khalil Roundtree. Impressive UFC fighters, impressive list. Especially in a short UFC career he's had the past couple of years. One thing about Alex Pereira, he's not to be played with. He's legit. This challenger, I was able to watch some of his highlights on YouTube. Ankalaev, and he's definitely legit. He has very good striking power. One of my closest friends, shout out to my homeboy Marcus, he believes he got Ankalaev winning by KO in the second round. And I don't know about all that. And basically, going back and watching Pereira's fights, his highlights, and watching Ankalaev, this is going to be a very great fight. I hope it's a great fight. Fireworks between two dominant fighters in the light heavyweight division. I think this obviously would be Pereira's toughest title defense. I know these two men, according to my homeboy, these two men do have a little bit of history, talking a little trash to each other. But me, one thing I'm not going to do is bet against Pereira until I've seen otherwise. The only other man I've seen beat Alex Pereira is Israel Adesanya. In a rematch to win his title back, middleweight title back, and now Alex Pereira had moved up a weight class, is now in the light heavyweight division. But yeah, I'm going with Pereira by split decision. I don't think this fight will end in a knockout. If it does, I will say late fourth round. Middle, late fourth round. The later it gets, I can see a knockout. But second round, I know my best friend Marcus, he said second round. I just don't see an early knockout. If Pereira does indeed lose this fight, I don't see early knockout. He's too good. He paces himself. He doesn't rush. So I think somebody like Pereira is going to take a lot more of that to knock him out that early. But I say split decision. I think this will be a tough fight. Ankalaev is very legit. He has dangerous kicks, dangerous hands. So does Pereira. But I definitely think it's going to be a very great main event for UFC 13 this Saturday. I'm definitely going to be watching the fight in person at Twin Peaks. And I hope all of you can definitely tune into this fight for all my UFC fans out there. But now let's get into the main topic of today's episode. Like I said, John Cena, the greatest of all time, my favorite WWE superstar of all time, him and The Undertaker. So this last weekend, there's a pay-per-view. If you watched my last episode, WWE Elimination Chamber. It was in Toronto, Canada. And like I said, it was a men's Elimination Chamber match with 6 superstars: John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, Logan Paul, and Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. And the winner will go on to face the American Nightmare, the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Now, me, like I said, you watch my episode, I picked the greatest of all time, John Cena. Because this is his farewell tour. He's going to retire at the end of this year. I think he has one more good run left in him before he retires at the end of this year. One more world title win to break the all-time record. He's tied with Ric Flair for most world titles at 16. I think he has one more left in him. I would love to see one more left in him. And he won the Elimination Chamber match, which makes it his fourth Elimination Chamber match that he's won, tying with soon-to-be WWE Hall of Famer Triple H, who's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. He's tied with Triple H for the most Elimination Chamber wins at 4. He will go on to face Cody Rhodes in the main event of night 1 or night 2 for the WWE Championship. Now, that wasn't the headline for Elimination Chamber, not just John Cena. It doesn't end there, John Cena winning. Like I said also in my episode, Cody Rhodes and The Rock. Cody Rhodes had a choice for about 2 weeks. The Rock, 3 weeks ago, The Rock told Cody, I want your soul. I want you to be my champion. I want you to join my side, become a heel. And Cody had time to think. And now me, I told on my episode, I said, I hope Cody does turn heel because it'll make it even more interesting him as a heel. Not saying he's not interested as a face. I think he's the face of WWE right now as a face. He's very good. I just think it'll be even more interesting if he's a heel. But I did say this. I think I said this in my last episode also. If he says no and John Cena wins, I could see John turning heel possibly, or just becoming a triple threat match where John's in it or CM Punk's in it. But the way that the men's Elimination Chamber match went, I don't see CM Punk being in that match. I see him being in another match. And I'll talk about that another episode. But after the match, The Rock came out and he grabbed the microphone. He told Cody it's time to make that decision. What's your answer? He wants you to come to him, hug him, embrace him, and he will embrace Cody as his champion. He said everything will be his. The money, the fame, he can have it all. But if he says no, the dream dies just like it has before with his father who passed away over 10 years ago. You know, Cody said he has no soul because he sold it to the WWE Universe a long time ago. He ended up telling The Rock to go F yourself. That was a pipe bomb. That was great. The crowd went crazy. Michael Cole, Pat McAfee at the commentator's desk saying, yeah, Cody, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, what is sticking to him? And then John Cena was also in the ring at the same time. John Cena and Travis Scott were in the ring because John Cena had the match and Travis Scott came out with The Rock. He shook Cody's hand, hugged him. But as soon as he did that, his face went from a smile to a mean look. He looking at The Rock. The Rock did a little throat slash. And John shook Cody's hand, backed up and hit him with a low blow. Kicked him right with the sun shine. Right when the sun don't shine. Kicked him right there, low blow. And that shook the internet. Over 800 million views, one of the most viewed videos in WWE history. I think the third most viewed video in WWE history with John Cena turning heel. And I think that's the case because really since I've been watching wrestling, since the 2000s, when John Cena won, because I think John Cena, he was a heel before, but John Cena started WWE in 2002. 2003, he was a little heel, but he wasn't the John Cena we know today. He wasn't the face of the company. When he beat the Big Show at WrestleMania 20, when he beat JBL at WrestleMania 21 for the WWE Championship, he was a face. Now, in an interview that I seen on a podcast, Johnson, he did say after Rock and Cena won at WrestleMania 28 in 2012, he was close to turning heel. After he lost to The Rock at WrestleMania 28, he was close to turning heel. He had a new theme song recorded. He had new gear, everything. But WWE decided to back up out of it at the last minute. So it never happened. And like I said, him retiring this year, I think him going this last run, like this is the right move because we never seen Cena as a heel, never like that. This John Cena as a heel, and if he's gonna go out with a bang, I think he wants to go out with no regrets. That he's done it all. He's done this. He's wrestled this person. He's been a heel. He don't want no regrets at all. And so, like I said, just like kind of, I remember when the Shield back in 2013, 14, when Seth Rollins betrayed Roman and Dean Ambrose, and Triple H says, when plan A doesn't work, there's a plan B. He said there's always a plan B. And that's right. And Cody was Brock's plan A, but he made sure if Cody doesn't say yes, then John Cena is my plan B. And I think this makes the most sense. Because if Cody as a face and John Cena as a face, yeah, that could be a great match, but would it have like the intense to it? Because two faces where one is about to retire and then one is the top face. One used to be the face of WWE, and now one is. So it's like, But it makes it even more interesting where John Cena's the heel. He's trying to win that 17th championship before he retires. Cody is a current champion. He's trying to increase his legacy even more. So, yeah. But I wrote down a question right here. Is this the greatest heel turn in WWE history? And yes, and I have to say yes, it is. Because think about it. Like I said, John Cena has been a face for over 20 years in WWE. Over 20 years he's been a face. Like I said, he came close in 2012, but they didn't pull the trigger. John Cena has granted over 1,000 Make-A-Wish wishes to kids. He's doing that. He's the face of WWE. Hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up. That's what he stands for. That's his theme. That's what he stands for. That's who he is. That's all his shirts, everything, wristbands, never give up. You can't see me, all that. And the reason I think it is because, like I said, nobody would have ever thought, especially kids who look up to him or people who grew up watching him like me. And, a lot of superstars I've seen on social media reacting saying it's good to see John Cena show his true colors. Like, even CM Punk on Monday Night Raw this past Monday when he said, everybody gets to see what I knew all along, because him and CM Punk had a great rivalry back in 2012, from 2012 to 2013, 14. Him and CM Punk had an amazing rivalry. But yeah, I think this clearly is the greatest heel turn. Bigger than Hulk Hogan joining NWO. All that. I know that possibly bigger than Stone Cold selling out to Vince McMahon. Bigger than The Rock selling out to Vince McMahon. I know there've been some great heel turns. Like I said, Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H. But this one right here, John Cena, the poster boy, this is the greatest heel turn in WWE. It's not even close. I know people, like my coworkers at work, if you're watching this, you know who you are. They're not big fans of John Cena. But they gave me an idea where I'm going to do sometime this summer, during this off season, from football, even during basketball playoffs, hockey. I'm going to make my top 10 WWE superstars of all time. I'm going to have accolades. I'm going to talk about the promo skills, wrestling skills, everything. So, but yeah, I think this is not even close. This is the greatest heel turn in WWE history. Now, my thoughts on the match between him and Cody, as John Cena as a heel versus Cody Rhodes, a babyface champion at WrestleMania 41 for the WWE Championship. I think this is amazing. This is great. This makes it even more interesting. It's going to have me watching WrestleMania here at home on my feet, going like, dang, like, is John Cena gonna do it? Is he gonna win that 17th championship? Is Cody gonna define his legacy and dethrone John Cena and retain at WrestleMania? Like, which one is it gonna be? Like, me personally, I'm not gonna make a prediction right now, but I'm kind of slightly rooting for John Cena because that's my guy. That's my favorite WWE superstar of all time. Even as a heel, I still can't root against him. I just can't. And I know he's hoping to hear boos and not people cheer for him because that's the whole point of a heel. But even some heels people do cheer for, like Randy Orton, Edge, Triple H. So even a heel can get cheered for. So, but that's not my full prediction. Like, who knows? I might still pick Cody, but I just think that this John Cena, his last WrestleMania ever as a heel, I think it's gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna be grateful for him. I'm gonna miss him. Like, people that say they don't like John Cena who watch wrestling, they're gonna miss him when he's gone. I'm telling you. Just like Edge. Like, I used to hate Edge and Randy Orton, but now that, and looking back at it now, when Edge came back, like, I appreciate him back then because he had an amazing rivalry with John Cena. He was the rated R superstar, the ultimate opportunist, 2-time Money in the Bank winner, 11-time world champion. So I appreciate Edge for that. Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion. I appreciate him, the rivalry he had with John Cena, even though I hated him the most because he was rivals with John Cena. But yeah, I think this is the greatest heel turn in WWE history. Like, it's just not even close. I know people, the older generation might say Hulk Hogan, especially my coworkers at work. Mac, Julian. I know they probably may say Hulk Hogan joining the NWO or Stone Cold, selling out the Vince McMahon, The Rock. But this is John Cena. Like I said, Make-A-Wish Foundation. He's granted over 1,000 wishes to kids. He's like the superhero, the Superman. Like, he can't do no wrong. John Cena is always a good guy. Every world title John Cena has won, he's been the face. He's been the baby face. All 16 world titles. I know Ric Flair is known as the dirtiest player in the game, and I guarantee you probably at least 13, 14 of those world titles he's been a heel. Maybe all of them. I really bet all of them he was a heel because he's the dirtiest player in the game. That's who he is. That's who his character was. John Cena never cheated. That's why I think he's the greatest WWE superstar, the greatest WWE champion, because he never cheated. He always did it the right way. He's called Big Match John for a reason. I said that in my last episode. He's called Big Match John for a reason. He finds a way to win. He may get beaten up. I seen him get suplexed by Brock Lesnar 30 times in a match, and he never gave up. He found a way to win that match. Or if he even does get beat up and loses one match, he'll come back, fight that person again, and find a way to beat him. It's just who he is. So, yeah, it just makes it more interesting. Like, even as a heel, I feel like he can't do no wrong. I can't wait to see John Cena come back. It's been reported, I think, March 17th, he's scheduled to make an appearance on Raw or SmackDown, one of those two. And I'm hoping to hear a new theme song. If he gets new gear, I'm gonna try to get that. Oh, excuse me. In time for WrestleMania. But yeah, I can't wait. And one last thing before I end this episode. Like I said, my coworkers who don't like John Cena, come on now, y'all. And even at work, they saying John Cena can't beat Dude Love or Cactus Jack. Come on now. I've seen John Cena beat the Big Show. These superstars are still in their prime. Big Show, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, he was still in his prime. Maybe not the peak, but he was still Shawn Michaels. Beat him. Beat Randy Orton. Beat Edge. Beat Batista in amazing matches. Beat Sheamus. Beat the Great Khali. Mark Henry. Kane. Now, The Undertaker, he ain't, no. But John Cena has been beaten some legendary names in big matches. TLC, like I said, he's a 4-time Elimination Chamber winner. Tied with Triple H for most wins. 2-time Royal Rumble winner. 16-time world champion. Like he's saying, if you want some, come get some. His time is now. Your time is up. His time is now. Like, come on now. People like to hate on John Cena. I could come with the facts with all his accolades. Like I said, when I make that top 10 WWE superstar list, I'm going to have all his accolades, his promo skills, all of that. But yeah, I think this is the greatest WWE heel turn in all time. It's going to be a great main event for WrestleMania. Most likely WrestleMania Night 2, Cody Cena for the Undisputed WWE Championship. But I appreciate each and one of y'all tuning in for today's episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Get me to 300 subscribers. Like I said, by the end of the year, I really appreciate it. I want to keep growing my channel for you guys each time you tune in. And yeah, that's it for today's episode. I'll catch y'all next time. This has been Cameron Lindsay, your favorite host and favorite podcast. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.